There's been some talk about who the best player in Concacaf is, especially now with Jonathan David scoring in 3 consecutive Champions League games.
Let's be real. Jonathan David is even ahead of Alphonso Davies. What are we talking about here? Because he's hot right now. We know his ceiling. We know Jonathan David's ceiling. I know this is Ivis put you up to this because he knows he's going to set me off.
We got him, Toads. We got him. You got him, everybody.
You guys, it's been a long day. Izzy, I'm looking at you. You started this thing off. Respect to you. I love that you had your comment. But I know this triggering is coming from Ivis Gallersip, who knew Jonathan David was the right button to push.
We put a little chum in the water there for this shark. All right, for Chuck here. So Chuck, Jonathan David's 24, scored in 3 consecutive Champions League games against Juventus, Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid. Just some clubs you maybe have heard of. His transfer market value right now is 45 million. Pulisic is at 50. Alphonso Davies is at 50. And so you're still clear that Alphonso Davies you think he's number one. You don't think Pulisic has gotten to the conversation?
Oh no, I didn't say that. I said just in Canada alone. Alphonso Davies is the top dog. Jonathan David's not surpassing Alphonso Davies. Let's be real. That's it. Alphonso Davies has scored in a semifinal of a Champions League second leg against Real Madrid, the eventual champion.
I get it.
So
listen, Alphonso Davies is my number one.
I get that Jonathan David is scoring now against the big opponents because the knock on Jonathan David was in the big moments, in the big games, he wasn't showing up. And might I add, with Canada, he's still playing as a withdrawn striker. He's not the 9. He should be playing as the 9, not Kyle Larin at this point. Kyle Larin.
Well, we should get their coach on the show.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle Larin has done a good job.
We should come.
Jonathan David
we know
should be
coach.
The 9 for Canada. That we can do that another conversation. But right now it's between Alphonso Davies and Christian Pulisic as the best player in CONCACAF. That's it. And just under them, it's Serginho Dest and Weston McKennie, and then you could add maybe Jonathan David right below that.
Okay, so let's just stay with David and Pulisic for now, because that's where we started. Jimmy, I'm giving you the chance to build your team right now. Right? You got one pick between the two.
Go ahead, Tony. I like this.
Between
who are you
Jonathan
picking?
David and Christian Pulisic?
Yeah. Forget Alphonso Davies for now, right?
Okay.
For me, because
Pulisic.
All right, you find me one person that's going to build their team around Jonathan David. If those two guys are your pick, find me one.
Well,
right.
Good question.
So is Jonathan David better than Christian Pulisic? Now, someone put in here Jesse Marsh. No. Jesse still take Christian. I guarantee you. That's such a weird conversation. But
would you take Jonathan David or Serginho Dest?
Serginho Dest, I think.
Well, isn't it based on the availability of your player pool? Like if you know you have,
I'm telling you right now, you're building your team. You have the option to pick between the two players. Who are you going with?
What are the two now this time?
Trusted number 9 and
Dest or Jonathan David.
Is he a trusted number 9? Is you trust him as your number 9?
Well, I'm just saying he's 24. Can't score in big games, but
he's not bad.
Yeah, I mean it's not easy to find a good number 9 that can score regularly.
Yeah,
that would
see that argument.
Turn my head over Serginho Dest, but I wouldn't take him over Christian Pulisic. Alphonso Davies though. That guy's different gravy.
Another Canadian player who we haven't talked about because he's been injured for a while and he kind of dropped in form just before his injury was Tajon Buchanan.
Yeah.
I would take Tajon Buchanan when he's fit and in form over Jonathan David.